Good evening, all.
Good evening, ma'am.
So, is a slide visible? The PPT presentation is visible. Are you guys seeing it?
Yes, ma'am, it is visible.
It's visible, clear. Okay, okay. Yeah, yeah. Okay. So, almost it's yeah. Let's start. So, this session is going to be the final session for inventory, production, and logistics, supply chain management. So I have just covered the most important and the basic topics in all these. Sorry, someone asked anything? No. Okay, fine. So yeah, I have covered the important and the basic topics. From this subject. So like as I said, no, it's everything is interlinked. Like inventory and no warehouse, it's interlinked. Warehouse and production is interlinked. In inventory, warehouse, production, all three is interlinked, as well as no like in-house warehouse. I mean inventory, warehouse, production, as well as supply chain management and logistics. So all these aspects, no, it's no like they are interlinked with each other. Okay. So one concept, no, mostly it applies for no all these subjects. It applies for all the subjects. For example, logistic provider. It means the same. It gives the same meaning, no, in all these factors. And for other thing is no if it is a dead stock, it means the same thing on all for all these subjects. Okay, so that's why I have no combined all the topics together, and we have made it as a maximum of 6 sessions to cover these subjects topics. Okay, so this is going to be your last session for logistics, SCM, production, inventory, whatever it is, warehousing, whatever it is. Okay, so first we are going to see about the difference between different types of logistic providers in the industry or in the market. Okay, uh, in India, in countries like India, no, we have up to 5 PL or 6 PL. But in foreign countries, no, right now they have gone with 7 PL and 8 PL. But 7, 8 PL, I mean, eighth party logistic provider, seventh party logistic provider, or not actually, no, like they are those kind of no business happenings. It's not in India right now. Okay, so as of now, we are no going to know see till fifth party logistic provider in the market, how they are no differentiated, and just an overview of the export symbols and markings, while the products are being shipped from one place to another, whether it is by no air transportation, sea transportation, or road transportation, whatever. And then lean principles, this is most important topic because uh, many no production and warehousing logistics supply chain companies, no, they are strictly following these lean principles. There are 7 principles no listed out, and they are strictly following these principles no to maintain sustainable green logistics, which is no very important factor no for the environment right now. And then we are going to see about no the difference between or no what is throughput benchmarking and task interleaving. Okay, and how it helps in no the easy going on with the process. And then finally, OSHA and SOCO circles, OSHA and SOCO circles. It's a not like quality circles or quality maintenance, no, like to maintain the quality, to know overcome any hurdles in the production unit or in the warehouse unit or in the supply chain activities, no, like how to overcome any hurdles, or how to know manage things, how to make quality products, give quality work, and spend the time and energy in a quality way. So this is all we are going to see for today's session. First, let's start with the difference between each logistic providers in the market. So first party logistic provider, that is, they are called as no like the logistic giants in the market, because it refers to the company no which does all the supply chain activities by itself, that is procurement, transportation, warehousing, and distribution, and no like production, everything is taken care by the company itself. So for procurement of raw materials, no, they have their own procurement department. With the help of procurement team or procurement manager, they take the procurement decision and no procure the raw materials. And they have their own transportation vehicles. The company owns transportation vehicles. So with their own vehicles, they transport all the raw materials to the production unit or to the warehouse unit. And when the raw materials are in the production unit, so the company decides on how the production should go on. That is, how many units has to be produced in a day, what kind of production technique has to be used, how the product has to be, and everything regarding the product design and everything, price fixation, everything regarding the product, the company itself decides on. And then warehousing, that is, the company has its own warehouse. They are not renting or leasing any warehouses. They have their own warehouses. So they stock their product, that is, they store their products, all the finished products or semi-finished products, whatever, or even the raw materials, no, before it goes to the production, sometimes no, they store it in warehouses. So they have their own warehouses, they store the products in their own warehouses. And finally, distribution. For distributing to the market, they have their own channels, that is no like distribution channels, and they finally distribute to the market. Or they may know like if they are like doing an e-commerce business as well, they directly deliver product to the customer. No, it's called as last mile delivery. Okay, so the company, okay, the company takes care of all the supply chain processes from A to Z. Okay, so they are termed as first party logistic provider in the market. Now, when we are coming to second party logistic provider, so this company has everything, procurement department to procure raw materials, and they have their own warehouse, they have their own distribution network, and production, everything is no like decided by them. The product pricing, type of the product, size of the product, color of everything is decided by them. But the only thing is they don't have their own transportation vehicle. So what they do is they outsource the transportation activity to an outside agency, to another transport agency outside the company. Okay, so in this case, the company which takes care of the transportation process for the company which produces a product, that is the transportation company, is considered as the second party logistic provider to this company. Clear? The transportation agency which provides the transportation services is considered as it's termed as the second party logistic provider to the company. Here, the company is not called the second party logistic provider. The transportation agency, okay, to whom the services, transportation services are outsourced. Okay, so these are the okay. So transportation agencies or transportation people are considered as second party logistic provider in the market. They do only the transportation. Okay, whether it is no like the transportation no like activities given by company A, company B, company C, that doesn't matter. They only take care of the transportation activity. Okay, then coming to third party logistics providers, which is no like very famous and one of the no like oldest logistic provider, like happening in the world actually. uh, Initially it was first party logistic provider because during olden days, usually the grains were no the grains and other supplies were transported to the market by the farmers. The farmers will be having no they select the raw materials for the cultivation. So the seeds and everything is collected by them, the the required seeds for cultivation, and they select the sowing process, whatever methods they would like to. They have their own storage unit to store all the grains, which has been like finally cultivated. and they may be having their own bullock cart and everything for transportation purpose. And finally, when they directly go to the market to sell the product, so even distribution is taken care by them. So these farmers in early days like the uh, the farming process which is done by like human early days in olden days, so they were considered as the first party logistic provider. So so slowly after some time like when civilizations and all it happened like when there was a uh, the humans there was a need for like more storage space and more kind of transportation, because the farmers like were in urge to transport the grains and other supplies to nearby cities as well, not only to the local market. They were targeting the nearby the markets in nearby cities as well. So for that case, no, they can't no rely on their own bullock cart or something. They need no something more bigger to transport their grains and everything. So no, like they outsource the transportation, they outsource the storage, like for their storage unit for their grains to other providers in the market. So after 1PL, 3PL was the most no like very famous logistic activity, providing activity was happening in ancient days. Okay, so third party logistic provider, so what does this persons do is they take care of transportation as well as the warehousing activities for the company. Here the company may be having maybe taking care of like procurement and like production, and sometimes even what do you say uh, a quick transportation to the nearby available warehouse or what. Here the company doesn't have its own warehouse, but they have outsourced a 3PL party who has own warehouse and own transportation. Clear? So in this case, the party, the agency which takes care of transportation and warehousing for the company, they are considered as third party logistic provider for the company. Is it clear?
Ma'am, if possible, can you give any examples, ma'am? Any company name or something, if it's highly appreciated. The first and second, third.
First, second, and third.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, why not? Why go for like other company? Let's take like example, say Mr. Subir.
Yeah.
Mr. Subir is having like own say a cultivation ground or something like that in his hometown. So Mr. Subir is planning to cultivate some crop, a kind of cash crop or something, let it be some kind of spice. Okay, so once he has done with the cultivation, so the raw material needed for cultivating that crop is procured by Mr. Subir. Selection of the seeds, everything that's done by Mr. Subir, and transporting those raw materials to the cultivation field, that is taken care by Mr. Subir. And the cultivation is done by Subir. The cultivation methods, techniques, everything is decided by Mr. Subir and company. And Mr. Subir has own storage unit. So once cultivation is done, production is done, all the grains and all the whatever the output is, it is stored in Mr. Subir's own warehouse, the company's own warehouse. So once there is a need in the market, demand in the market, Mr. Subir takes the product, the end product from his own warehouse within his own vehicle, transportation vehicle, and supplies to the market. So here, Mr. Subir is the first party logistic provider. So Mr. Subir takes care of everything, all the supply chain activities. Clear?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Clear.
Okay. In second party logistics, Mr. Subir takes care of everything, but only thing is he doesn't have his own transportation vehicle. So in this case, he asks, any other person, like say Mr. Abdul Nasser. So Abdul Nasser is having own transportation vehicles, So he is asking Mr. Abdul Nazar, like, I want to know, like, transport the end products, my products to the market, or I want to transport the raw materials which I have no purchase to the production area or to the cultivation area, or from the cultivation field to my warehouse. So can you know provide your vehicle? I'll pay you the transportation cost. So Mr. Abdul Nasser agrees to that. So Mr. Abdul Nasser is the second party logistic provider to Mr. Subir and Company. Clear?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Exactly. So third party logistic provider, everything comes the same. Here, Mr. Subir is no like not only depending on Mr. Abdul Nasser for transportation, but also for warehousing his product, because Mr. Subir, now the cultivation has become no like expanded, no like the crops, no like more land has been purchased now. Now like the quantity, no the output quantity has become no like more. Now, Mr. Subir needs more space to store the output, okay, whatever, like he has cultivated. So in this case, he's asking Mr. Abdul Nazar, like whether he can provide transportation as well as no warehousing. Here, in case if Mr. Abdul Nazar is having transportation vehicle as well as own storage unit, here Mr. Abdul Nazar is considered as the third party logistic provider to Mr. Subir and Company. Clear?
Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, coming to fourth party logistic provider. So here fourth party logistic provider, they are otherwise called as no lead logistic providers in the market. So these people know they have all the contacts of 3PL providers in the market. That is who and all is having no transportation and warehousing units, no like those people will be no like in contact in 4PL's contact list. Okay, so for example, Mr. Subir presently he was no like distributing no targeting his own market, I mean the market in his own hometown. Now he wants to know like expand his no like sales, expand his market, so he is going to sell his product to a nearby town. Say if in case Mr. Subir is no like living in Kochi, so initially Mr. Subir goes with no like targeting only Kochi market. Now more products, more output has come, and it has earned a good name no in the industry, and more people are demanding for the product, or the market needs more. Okay, in that case no Mr. Subir is no like thinking of like why only in Kochi, why not no like nearby no like in Trishur as well, or Alapura as well, or no like Kottayam as well, or Kollam as well, whatever it is no like nearby cities as well. Here, Mr. Subir is no like well known about the providers, logistic providers in Kochi region. But what about no like logistic providers, 3PL providers in Kottayam, or 3PL providers in no like Alapura and no other Thrissur cities? Okay, he doesn't know. So in this case, what he can do is he can contact the lead logistic providers, that is the 4PL parties available in Thrissur or Kollam or Kottayam or Alapura, wherever. So these 4PL parties, they will be having a list of all the 3PL providers in the local market. So they will be no providing no the list to Mr. Subir, and they will be saying, okay, the agency number A, the agency A, they are providing no like warehouse, this is a storage space available, so this much is the storage cost, and this is the transportation vehicle, it can carry no this many no like quantity of no like a product in one go, and this is the transportation cost. So in this way no they will be no giving a list of the 3PL providers to Mr. Subir in one particular city, say in Thrissur. So here, based on the no like quantity Mr. Subir wants to distribute to Thrissur market, and based on the cost involved, how much Mr. Subir is no ready to invest. Okay, and how much, and no like other point is no like how much no like he want to know like acquire Thrissur market as well, no like everything matters, no depending on that. Subir can choose one particular 3PL provider and inform the 4PL party, okay, this provider I need, So this 3PL provider, please fix it for me, for my goods, no, so that I can send the goods to you, or send the goods directly to that 3PL provider. So 4PL provider contacts that particular 3PL provider which Mr. Subir has chosen. Okay. So in this way, no, like things will work out. Here 4PL party will get some, no, like commission or brokerage or whatever it is for, no, like assisting Mr. Subir and getting no business for the 3PL provider. Clear?
Clear, ma'am.
Yeah. So that 4PL provider is the fourth party logistic provider to Mr. Subir. And then finally, fifth party logistic provider. So this is no like here Mr. Subir no like completely no like expanded the market no all over the Kerala. Okay, so customers have become more, and no like the demand for the product has no like increased. So in this case no like so he cannot no like keep on in contact with no all the 4PL providers in each and every district or each and every city or every town. Okay, so in this case what we can do is now no like with the help of no like other sales and everything no like with the almost no like this many years or days of experience, he would have no earned something no some kind of profit. Now Mr. Subir is ready to invest in no like the supply chain activities, but he don't want to know like get too much involved, break his head in no like how to contact that supplier, how to contact the 3PL party in no like this particular region, how to take care of transportation from Thrissur to Kottayam. So he doesn't want to involve in no all these headaches. So all he wanted is to know like invest in something, no invest in the supply chain process and make profit out of it. So in this case, Mr. Subir contacts Mr. No like Abdul Nasser, who is a fifth party logistic provider. Okay, so here Mr. Abdul Nasser, who acts as a 5PL provider, takes care of all the supply chain activities on behalf of Subir. That is, instead of no like Subir taking care of procurement, Subir taking care of no contacting the 4PL, Subir taking care of no distribution network and everything. So everything is done by Mr. Abdul Nasser. All Mr. Subir has to do is like approve the project and no invest in the project, pay money for that. So Mr. Abdul Nasser, fifth party logistic provider, takes care of everything. So fixes the raw material provider, chooses the best supplier for the product, and purchases the raw material quantity required, transport the product to the production unit or warehouse unit, and go on, or even selects the production, no, like completely takes care of, no, like everything from A to Z, all the activities in supply chain till the last mile distribution to the customer. Clear? So Mr. Abdul Nasser here is taking care of all the supply chain activities on behalf of Mr. Subir and company. So he is the fifth party logistic provider for Mr. Subir and company. Is it clear?
Clear, ma'am. Clear.
Okay, so this is the difference. So first party provider, so they themselves take care of everything because they have their own resources and everything, own transportation, own warehouse, own distribution, everything on their own. Second party logistic provider is the transportation agency, which provides only the transportation service to the company. Third party logistic provider provides transportation activity as well as the warehouse support for the company. Fourth party logistic provider, otherwise called as no lead logistic provider in the market, they provide all the information about the available 3PL providers in the market to the companies. And fifth party logistic providers, otherwise called as logistics aggregator, they take care of all the supply chain activities on behalf of the company. Hope I'm clear no about the difference between no first party to fifth party. So any doubts as of now? If no, we can move to the next slide.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. It's clear.
Clear, very clear. Okay, good. Okay, so then we are coming to like the shipping marks. This is not so important, but maybe like when say in case no, like a few terms would be no asked from no, like how shipping happens, what are the documents no required in no, like shipping the process from one port to another port, whether no, like it's a seaport or airport, whatever it is. Okay, so in that case no, like the basic thing no, which is applicable to any kind of shipping of a product no, it's the shipping marks, that is the symbols which is printed on the package. Okay, the first thing is no, like the sizes of the package. So a company cannot go and randomly select no any size of the no, like carton or a package. Okay, so there are some specific sizes uh, for easily no stacking that in the containers. Okay, containers also no, they come with the specific no, like sizes. It's a stand, they comes with no standard sizes like 10 TEUs, 20 TEUs, 40 TEUs, that is total equivalent units. Okay, so to stack these cartons or stack these no, like packages no, like into the container, so the packages has to be no in a definite size, in a standard size. Okay, so this has to be approved by the no, like the export agency or the no, like export council no, of that present country. Okay, so few shipping marks would be printed on the packages. Few marks would be on directly on the product as well, but ship that this particular mark on the cartons or on the packages, the secondary packages, which can be like seen. So this is for like to help the port authorities, to help the employees who are no handling the packages, so it gives an idea to them no, like what kind of product is this, who sends the product, who is the sender of the product, where the product has been made manufactured, where it is going, who is the consignee, okay, who is the receiver of the product, and what is the weight of the product, number of units inside the carton or inside the whole package, number of units, and the total weight, and weight of each unit inside the carton, everything. Okay, so all these information no, it's printed on the, it's no, like printed as the shipping marks or shipping symbols on the carton or on the no, like the secondary packaging boxes or materials. So we have no three different marks: shipping marks, information marks, handling marks. So shipping marks is no, like who is the sender, who is the receiver, what kind of product, weight, and everything, quantity, and everything. Information of the marks, information marks is no, like what kind of product it is, whether it's no, like volatile or no, like breakable, or what kind of product it is, and no, like and yeah, barcode, the buyer code. So there may be no few codes no, like because once if the code is, if a buyer code is printed on the shipping mark, once it reaches the buyer's destination port, not to the buyer's warehouse or the company, once it reaches the buyer's destination port, the port authorities, by seeing that buyer's code, they will know, get to know that this is for the specific buyer. Okay, because no, like that code would have been no acquired by that buyer, and that buyer would have registered that code with the port authorities, with the port compliance. Okay, so by seeing just that code no, the buyer's code, the port authorities no, they will easily no understand, immediately they will understand, so this is a specific buyer. Okay, so and these are the information marks. And finally, handling marks, that is how to handle the package. We would have seen no, like when we are no, like buying some electronic appliances no, electrical or electronic appliances, or some other no, like some other things no, like I mean for our use, for our domestic purpose, for example washing machines no, it says no, like the washing machine packing of the carton or whatever it is no, you cannot tilt it, you have to know, like bring it as it is, you cannot tilt the package, and you cannot know, like transport it to your home or wherever, because the drum inside the washing machine, it shouldn't know, like touch the inner, the wall, the inner wall of the washing machine. So there will be a like hard drum on the base of the washing machine. So that shouldn't be like disturbed. So for that case, if you want to bring the washing machine, you have to know, like, take it as it is, like taking like a pot of hot water. You cannot tilt it, or you cannot like carry it in a ulta way. Okay, so handle it, handle safely, or uh, always like pick the package, when the package is picked by the crane, when the crane picks the package, so the crane should always pick it from this direction, not from the sideways. So these are the like handle, how to handle the package, how to handle the product inside the package, that will be printed there. For example, if you see on the slide, there are few marks printed on this carton on the sideways. So two arrows facing upside, it means the carton should always be laid like this, it shouldn't be tilted at all. And then here is the a glass, a wine glass, it means like it is a breakable product. Okay, it's a glass product, it is inside it, so you shouldn't like roughly handle the product. And then it has like an umbrella, so we should safeguard the package from like open, from from open environment. That is, the package shouldn't be exposed to like direct sunlight, or like direct rain. So these are the handling marks, how to handle the product. So this is very very important for like any freight forwarding company or any shipping company, which forwards the product, that is forwards the freight from one destination to another. So this not doesn't up not only applies for when the product, when is this like shipped by or transported by sea transportation, but it is like applied to all kinds of transportation, that is by road transportation, by rail, or by like air mode of transportation. These shipping marks are very important for the employees who is going to handle the package, for the port authorities, and for other operators, like crane operators, or the like material handling operators, the pallet operators, the forklift machine operators, whoever, all the operators, like in the port area, or in the warehouse area, or in the production unit. So these are the marks which is very important. So here are the few examples, like which I've taken from the internet only. So if it is a wine bottle, wine glass, it means the product is very fragile. So we have to handle with care. So, and two arrow marks straight up, it means the product should always be like lifted from the top. Okay, it shouldn't be tilted at all. And okay, then comes like you shouldn't use hooks. Okay, you shouldn't use hooks to like take the product. Usually here, for no lifting the gunny bags and everything, like usually the employees use hook. So if there is no like into mark on the hook sign, you shouldn't use hook. And yeah, avoid heat, and do not stack. Yeah, don't stack the products one on the above, the cartons one on the above, because because of the weight, like the carton which is on the at the below level, it may get damaged, so shouldn't stack the product. And it's very, and the product is very heavy, do not lift. It means no manhandling should happen, that is no like manpower should be used to lift the product, only it should be lifted by, or handled by forklift machine or by the cranes. So because the weight is very heavy. So stack limitation, yes, stack limitation only up to 2 stacks, or 3 stacks is allowed. And keep dry, it shouldn't be exposed to rain. And sling here in the sense that will be you should always use the product in the middle way. Okay, sling here means here you have to use the chains to tie the product and lift it, not anywhere else. So then center of gravity again, washing machine, no, it shouldn't be tilted, it should be no carried in no like this, it shouldn't be tilted at all. And do not roll, don't roll the product. And stacking limitation weight, that is no, the weight will be provided. Temperature limitations will be given, that is if it is no like exposed in sunlight or no like open room temperature, what is the maximum temperature it can withstand, or if it is in the controlled temperature, what is the minimum temperature it can withstand. Clamp here, so few cartons could be should be no taken from no like lifted from no sideways. So sideways the crane should no stack the product, clamp the product and lift it. For few product it should be lifted from the upward, for few product it should be no from the sideways. And no hand trucks, okay, no, don't use any hand trucks. So dangerous products, highly inflammable products, flammable products, radiation, no like radiation riskful products, and static sensitive device, that is no devices or static sensitive. So no like don't touch it or no like don't disturb it anymore. So these are the handling signs or no like shipping signs or packing signs, no, you can see in the cartons or the secondary packaging no of any shipments. Okay, finally, we are coming to the lean principles. Have you heard about this term? Because you guys are no like in UAE, and if you are no like any of you are working in any production unit or warehouse unit, you must have no heard about this lean principles. No.
No, mom, no.
No,
No,
okay,
madam.
okay. So it all started in no like Toyota production unit in Japan. So the lean principles, they mainly focus on no how to minimize the waste to for no like sustainable logistics or for green logistics, because logistics and supply chain and production, no, it's the industry, or it's the area where no like hell lot of no like wastages would happen, hell lot of scraps no would happen. So to avoid those scraps or no to reduce the carbon imprint in the no like in the environment, so and to minimize the wastes, and the Toyota production system no it's like they have come up with no like 7 principles to minimize the waste. So initially it started with no like these principles were applied in their Toyota's warehouse in Japan. Then slowly that was moved to the production unit, and when it was no like a grand success, most of the no like the production car production assembly companies in Japan no like they adopted this principles and they started no utilizing it. It was no like again no grand success. They were able to no minimize the waste no on a large scale. Okay, the scraps were reduced, the wastages was reduced, the ecological no like carbon imprint on the ecological system, yeah, that was reduced. So it was a great success. So slowly though no like this concept moved to European countries and no like other no like North American countries, and no even no like in Gulf and no in Australia. So almost all the no like warehouses or no like production units no they started following the main principles are eliminate the waste, build quality. So when designing the product itself no like focus on the quality, create knowledge. Knowledge creation is no like not only the top management should be knowledgeable about the product and other things, even the lower level employee no of the company, so he or she should be no also be having the knowledge about no like what is happening around him or her. So defer commitment, so like no like disperse the commitment to know like everyone, and each and every person in the company should be committed no like to the company or to the no like work process. Deliver very fast, don't take too much time, don't lag. And respect people, whether it's a CEO of the company or the no like low level worker. Respect people no within the organization. Optimize the whole, optimize the most of the resources, optimize most of the production, optimize most of the no like warehouse no like space, whatever it is, optimize most of the time no when you're in the organization. So don't have no like no like don't waste time or don't waste energy, whatever. So these are the main principles no which are being followed. But now these lean principles are being like adopted by not only by the production or warehouse or logistic companies, but also by almost all the industries, whether it's a financial industry or IT industry. You take the government in sectors as well. So everywhere you can see these lean principles it's being applied, because uh, things are becoming worse. That is the environmental factors it's becoming worse day by day. So each and everyone has a responsibility to reduce the carbon imprint in the ecological system to save the earth. So wherever they there is a chance, they should minimize the waste. So most of the industries most of the companies have adopted this principles, and they are doing very successfully on this, even the startup companies. So you may think how startup companies they can go with these lean principles. So for example, if you're going with a startup plan for launching the product, designing and everything, it would take at least 6 months time. So when if you're introducing lean principles in a startup thing, and if you're working on that so instead of 6 months time, you will be able to launch your product or service, whatever you're giving in 2 to 2.5 months time. So it minimizes the time taken, it minimizes the energy, it minimizes the cost and everything. Okay, so that's how it works. And not only lean principles, so why these are being followed the lean principles, cross training, other throughput and benchmarking, um to maintain quality quality standard in the market, to maintain quality standard in the industry, to get a good name from the customers, from the stakeholders, from the government, from legal department and everything, and to attract shareholders and stakeholders, for everything, to gain competitive advantage in the market. So for everything these are being followed by a company. Next is cross training. That is very well, cross training is something that each and every employee in the company is trained in all the most all the departments in the organization, so that at the end of one particular term, he or she will be knowing almost know everything which is happening in the company, whether it's in the HR department, marketing department, sales department or accounts department, whatever it is. So that person will be having an overall idea of what our company is all about. Okay, so that's why cross training is given. Okay, throughput is something it refers to the quantity of goods which comes and goes out of the warehouse or the production unit in one particular period of time. It is very important for any production unit or warehouse, because that in that way we can measure the efficiency the work efficiency of the warehouse or the work efficiency of the production unit. So calculating a throughput, a warehouse or a production unit or a logistic company, in a particular time period. Let it can be for 1 week, or it can be for a month, it can be for 6 months. So if it is quite good in numbers, it means so it's doing good. The company, the company is doing good. So if it is below the average level, it means the company has to work more on product development, or work more on demand forecasting and act accordingly and everything. And then benchmarking, you might have heard this term benchmarking. It's something that some one or two companies in the industry, in the market, will be they will be on the top, they will be they'll be the lead the king in the market. So you have to compare compare your company or your product with their product or their company, and see how they are no good in in which aspect they are good in. So after analyzing it, you can improve the quality of your product, or improve the quality of the workforce who are working in your company, improve the 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 working environmental conditions no in your company, so as to know like the workers will be more committed towards work. So this is called benchmarking, no, comparing your company with the top company in the industry in the market. So that is benchmarking. It's very important, and it's no like it's good for the company actually, because no like from childhood onwards no we usually compare us with no with the top rankers, no like how they are good, how they are better. So how they are not getting the no like the top no how they are within the top 5 ranks or top 3 ranks. So in what way we are lacking, we used to compare, right? So same thing happens with the companies also. So when they are comparing no the quality stand no quality of the product, quality of the service, quality of the no like workforce within the company, everything no it can be improved. And then task interleaving is something no like when a forklift machine or any manpower, any employee is being no used in warehouse on production unit to know like to retrieve a product from one particular zone or from one particular shelf. So it is always to know like give a maximum number of retrieving activity in one go. That is, each and every time, if for example no like if 5 different products has to be no retrieved from 5 different zones in a warehouse, okay? So it doesn't mean that the employee or the forklift machine, each and every time it has to go to one particular zone, retrieve one particular order and come back to the dispatch area, and then go to the next zone and then come back to the dispatch area. So instead of that, it can no take the shortest route, cover almost no like cover all the zones, pick the all the products no whichever is no like which has to be retrieved, and finally it can reach the dispatch area. So this is called task interleaving. So the first process no like picking one by one no that's called deadheading. To avoid deadheading, task interleaving is done to know like minimize the energy, to know like avoid any wastage in time, avoid wastage in no like the use of the machines, because every time the forklift is no sent and no like I mean, diesel is wasted, right? So to know like cut down the transportation cost also, no, like the task interleaving, no, it's used in no like warehouses and production units. So even if no like if there is no forklift machines used in the warehouse or in the production area, if they are using no like manpower, that is no like the employees are used for no like retrieving the product from the shelves. So the same no task interleaving can be no made use, I mean made use, so that no the employee doesn't have to know like go and come back each and every time to pick a product. So when he goes with the pallet, take the pallets and no go to one particular zone, reaches the nearest zone, pick the product, and from there reaches the nearest another nearest zone, pick the product. In this way, cover all the zones and come back to the dispatch area. And then SOCO circles to maintain quality. This is otherwise called quality circles. This is another concept which has no evolved in no like Japan automobile industries, and now no it's a hit in no like almost all the no like workplaces. So SOCO circles are something no like without the involvement of the management, top management or the middle management, the worker level management no like they come together every week. They will conduct a meeting, or once in a month or twice in a month they will know like once every fortnight they will know like come together, spend time during the office hours or during the work hours. They come together, have a quick meeting no like not a prolonged meeting but a quick meeting for 15 to 30 minutes. They discuss about know how things are going, if anything is needed, and anything has to be no like negotiated with the management, or how they can improve the quality of their I mean of their colleagues and of their employees, and how things can be improved. So here there is no involvement from the management at all. Management doesn't come and no train or teach the the workers, or no, like any line workers, or no, like how to know do a better job. So here the representatives of the line workers, they come up and know, like they form a team together. So they come up with know, like how to know improve the quality of work, improve the quality of production and everything, how to minimize the wastages, how to minimize the time and effort and everything. And if in case no, like if they have something no to inform or negotiated with the top management, they will make a list out of it, then finally they will go to the top management for approval. So these are the SOCO circles and quality circles. Okay, so with the help of the quality circles, no, the standardization, no, like the standardization in the work area, and know all the required amenities in the work area, or no, like provided to the employees, which increases the morale, which boosts the morale of the employee, and no, makes the employee more committed towards the work and more committed towards the company. So finally, Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA. So it's an organization. No, it was started in United States, that is USA Department of Labor in 1970. So it defines no, like 10 or 12 no, like what do you say, no, 10 or 12 uh, safety measures. Okay, safety measures, how to safely work in a production unit, or how to safely work in a warehouse unit. Okay, so these are the no, like safety measures. So forklift, while using forklift, be very careful, and don't unnecessarily use forklift for no, just for transportation purposes. So use it only for no, like storing the product or retrieving the product, and not for any other purposes. And don't park the forklift here and there, because no, like it unwantedly creates a no, like what do you say, like a disturbance in the walkway, no, in the warehouse or in the production unit. And then no, like be very careful with the fire, or with no, like any alarm system and everything, hazard communication. So and then no, like electrical and wiring method, so it has to be checked no, like once in a week or once in a month, whether no, all the lights, fixtures, electrical no, like complaint, everything no, it's no, like safe, and no, everything is going in a smooth way. So if there is any loose wires, or no, something is not working, and no, immediately it has to be attended to. It cannot be no, be no, left as it is. Okay, and designing the electrical no, like system inside the warehouse or production unit, so that no, like no electrical system no disrupts the main process, the main activity in the warehouse or the production. And guarding the floor and wall openings and holes, wherever no, that if there is a small pothole in the walk area in the warehouse, immediately it has to be no, filled, otherwise people or the no, like machines may topple on it, and no, like they may no, meet with an accident. And there should be no enough exits, if at all in case no, there is a fire breakout. So there should be no enough exits for the man people no, inside the warehouse to immediately get out of that floor. Mechanical power transmission, how to safely use that. Respiratory protection, so while dealing with no, like production of no, like very hazardous material or anything, so hazard no, respiratory protection, that mask and no, like the glasses no, safety glasses, everything has to be no, the safety gear, everything has to be no, readily available. So only using that no, that person has to work in those particular no, like dangerous areas, otherwise no, like he or she is not supposed to work. And lockout or tag out of defective equipment, if there is a break in the forklift, or if the forklift is not working low, like place a forklift maximum no, outside the warehouse, not in no, don't park it no, inside the somewhere inside the warehouse, like try to know, like take it outside the warehouse. So that is how it has to be done. And portable fire extinguishers, so fire extinguishers should be always available no, in production and warehouse units. And people, the employees, should be trained on how to use it. That is most important, because many of us don't know how to use a fire extinguisher. We see in cinema theaters, we see in no, hospitals, we see in educational institutions, we see almost everywhere, even no, like in public places we see fire extinguishers, but many of us don't know, no, like in case of a fire breakout, how to use it, we don't know that. So the employees has to be, trained on how to use fire extinguishers. And in case of a fire breakdown or something, immediately what action should be taken, so who should take which exit, and immediately evacuate the place, what measures has to be taken. So these training has to be given to the employees before they start the work in any warehouse or in the production unit. So this is strictly followed in Japan and US, and in warehouses and production units in Europe as well. So for your knowledge, I have listed out 5 lean inventory principles. So when you have after sharing the PPT, you can just go through it. So that's all for today. So if you have any doubt, you can ask me. Yes.
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am. No any doubt.
Okay, so things are clear. Okay, good. So we will meet in the next week, and I'll share the material as soon as possible, maybe tomorrow. And hope you have received the last week and the previous week's material.
Yes,
Few
ma'am.
of
We
you
received.
were okay, good, very good. Okay. So yes, and other than that, we will see next week. From next week onwards, we will be having sessions on accounting. So we will start with management, accounting, financial accounting. Then we will see almost all the accounting concepts and few examples on how to work out things and what are fund flow, cash flow, everything. Okay.
Yeah, ma'am. Yeah, okay. Very interesting.
Okay,
Thank you.
ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So
Okay,
have a
ma'am.
great
Thank you.
weekend. Bye bye. Yeah.
You too, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye
you.
bye.
Bye bye. Bye.